So what if it does actually work, okay? But the problem is if I just add a couple of poles in here, that will equally affect these two as it affects that one. So what it maybe to get it's actually a latch. To get a latch to work, you have to affect one but not the other. And what does it mean? Spatial isolation. So this theory means you get a feedback latch. So feedback is a latch. It is a latch. Can you see how you don't have an oscillator and you don't have like RAM, but it ends up being these things are fucking bits of RAM. Yeah, like it is a scale. It's a drifting latch. Yeah. So like there's drifting latches at the top and the bottom, and then you just wind them together. Yeah. So you see, it doesn't work unless, so you think that could work if you could affect one side but not the other. Yeah. And so I've got the solution to it. I start off here, and then I go to this thing here, which has two batteries in it. And then it's actually, that's actually a negative, that's the positive, and that's the start, and this goes to the end, but they're the same, and then it actually comes out there, and then you impose the spatial isolators. And then that actually which ones? Okay. It goes like that. That's the positive. And this one. So you think that's got more chance of working. But those have to be shorting batteries, or you can do it, you can't do it with a current limited power supply. You can't do it because it has to be a conduct through, so that those have to be batteries. So yeah. And so I definitely use the amp if you're going to make, and so this makes a drifting latch. It means it slowly goes from 1 and then drifts to 0 if you do that. And then you inject power into it by, you can either go negative or positive, either way it works. And then you inject a bit of power into it, and then it should slowly fade to 0. Yeah. And just check what the fade to 0 speed on it is. And like you can't have feedback without a latch. And you see it sort of works without an oscillation because it's just the latch communicating back to itself. And all the variables the latch is. Yeah. So, so when you go to the electronics shop, this is easier to make than the amp, and you're going to see, do you have feedback? Because if you do, probably it's all true, and this actually is one way to do it.